Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Wealthy and Wise Wednesdays, where I share a few words of financial wisdom to help put you back in the driver's seat of your financial future. Today is Wednesday, October 7th, and I'm coming to you casual style with the work from home look because, well, why not? Today I'd like to share and emphasize a message that was put out in a blog by Kim Butler over at Partners for Prosperity. The catchy headline is this: prepare for economic dangers and new opportunities. Look, I bash the media all the time for using sensationalized headlines, and then I turn around and use one like that. Listen, this isn't meant to be some kind of fear-mongering message. Am I predicting that we're about to enter a 5-year bear market and the next Great Depression? No, of course not. But as a financial consultant, it would be irresponsible of me to have a planning process that didn't include planning for the uncertainty and for the possible dangers that lie ahead. Look at what happened earlier this year as the pandemic worked its way around the world and we didn't know what it was, and many investors were caught off guard. They lost huge sums of money in the fastest bear market crash ever. But there is a saying, and it goes like this: pay attention or pay with pain. Many people paid with pain, but in contrast, others were paying attention. They avoided losses by repositioning their assets and by reducing risk. Some even benefited from the downturn by having access to cash stored over here on the sideline, where they could then redeploy that cash when stocks and other assets took a dive. Now, in a few weeks, there's another event on the horizon that has potential to bring volatility and uncertainty to the markets. Like the upheaval in March, we must pay attention and be prepared. Election 2020. Will we have a clear winner? You see, perhaps more than any other election in our lifetime, this presidential race could be fiercely contested, and we're not likely to know who the true winner is until days or even weeks after Election Day. And in the current political climate, look, we all know this could get ugly. Now, both sides are gearing up for potential disaster. Warnings of voter fraud, ballots found in garbage cans, the U.S. Postal Service being sabotaged, accusations of the current president refusing to leave office if his challenger wins. Fingers are pointed in both directions, with accusations of voter suppression and efforts to compromise the vote. But today's video message ultimately isn't about politics at all. It's about your money. The purpose is to prepare you for the very real possibility of a hotly contested election. Why? Because it's better to be ready for something that never happens than to be caught unprepared when it does. You see, when future conditions are uncertain, both institutional and retail investors tend to flee the market. And when that happens, equities, commodities, and other assets can drop unexpectedly or experience wild swings in their prices. So in Kim's article, which I'll link below, she offers 4 tips for preparation so you don't have to participate in any of this drama and what you can do instead. 2 are directly financial, while 2 are actually non-financial. So let's start with those. Here they are. Number 1, prepare your mindset. Train for and learn how to keep your emotions in check. Don't overindulge in the overly negative, fear-mongering news media. Build a resilient mindset through prayer, through meditation, through gratitude, and by focusing on what's important that's going to move you and your family forward. Focus on your input. Focus on your associations, the people that you hang around and what they talk about. Read good books, like biographies of successful people and how they overcame great obstacles in their lives. Watch powerful videos, maybe like a TED Talk or interviews with thought leaders and innovators in their field. Listen to inspirational content that strengthens your faith. Kim also, she recommends journaling about your goals and desires and how to reach them, which I personally have found particularly helpful over the years. Number 2, prepare your body. 2020 has been such a stressful year. That's an understatement, isn't it? Many have lost jobs or businesses. Many have been relatively isolated. So instead of playing sports or going to exercise classes or enjoying hobbies or gatherings, they've been largely isolated. So more than ever, you'll want strong, consistent routines for your health. Double down on your commitment to your diet, nutrition, supplementation, and exercise programs. Find a way to be physically active, even if that means just getting outside for a walk where you can get a little bit of exercise and enjoy some sunshine. Or maybe even do an exercise video or a yoga video from the comfort of your own home. But get and stay physically active. 3, prepare for opportunity. In the Chinese language, the word crisis is composed of 2 characters. One represents danger and the other opportunity. It's really a fitting metaphor for volatile times, isn't it? As danger and opportunity, they often go hand in hand. You see, back this spring, many wealthy people had already pulled their investments out of the financial markets before they crashed in February and March, because wealthy people, remember, they pay attention. You see, and then when markets began to stabilize and start to rise again, they were ready to put their cash to work and become even wealthier. You see, there were motivated sellers everywhere and deals to be found in equities, commodities, precious metals, real estate, and businesses. In fact, Warren Buffett uses this same strategy with Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett has more than $100 billion of cash just waiting for the right opportunity. And then finally, number 4, prepare your assets. Kim uses the acronym of CLUE: control, liquidity, use, and equity. Now, we're out of time for today's video. So for next week's video and blog series, I'm going to go into detail with the CLUE acronym. Again, control, liquidity, use, and equity. Now, before signing off, there's a common plan that lack all 4 of these characteristics, and that is the 401k or the IRA. Now, look, I'm not trying to say that you're a dummy for having one, but what I am saying is that your money has done very well over the last 10 to 12 years. And if you have money in the stock market, this may be an excellent opportunity to reposition that money and lock in your profits before we're in the middle of a contested election or before we're in the middle of a constitutional crisis. If you would like to talk about any of the topics discussed, please give me a call, 248-241-6826, or you can directly message me right here on social media. Well, that's my rant. Thanks for listening.